Well, what is he going to do with the Arcane Rune? He probably wants to make a rotation to the side lane, but he hasn't got 6 yet.
All right, so Riki Coddle top lane. What do you think about this one?
Yo, what's up, Howler?
Hey.
Wait, sorry.
I'm doing observer of the weapons, by the way.
Oh yeah, same.
Okay, great. All right, he's the pro here, so.
Did you mean the others are not pro?
Yeah, the others are just kind of like mediocre. But Zanki getting so low fairy fighters, keep himself alive. And then Riki actually went in for this. Paolo's a little dangerous, but he's fine now. KPI though, on the other hand, is only level 4.
I feel like KP has already done a lot of harassment to the Riki. But Riki plus Kodo is a very good mid game combo or mid lane though.
Armel getting a little low. Samuel, though, is taunting him. He's trying to breakdance fight, if anything. Oh, there's the zip in. Bob finally does go in, but he found Tim's, the snowball for now. But Armel does get snowball saved, and he's a little bit low. He's going to dissimulate. He's going to be walking away, but he's going to the wrong side. The zip in again. Bob does end up sniping him down. Tim's is probably going to go down. The blast is a little off the mark, but Tim's is going to get killed there. And Oracle was the only one left standing, and Febby will walk away.
Sick rotation coming up from Wise. They understand how strong Storm Spirit is with the Arcane Rune, and it's the 6-minute power rune timing. So they brought 4 men, and they successfully killed 2 of them. So very good rotation coming out from Vice Esports. And I was quite surprised how Wise Spirit was 2 levels ahead of the Storm. But still, managed to get the Wise Spirit. That was a very big kill for Vice Esports.
Okay, one thing we need to note is that Void Spirit has had actually like a terrible DPC, at least in SCA. I think he's like 0 and 5, something like that. And so, what is it about this hero that's just not good?
Void Spirit is 0-5 so far. That's very surprising. I think that's because maybe a lot of games the Void Spirit are up against the Puck. And I do feel like now everyone is so used to Void Spirit, Ember Spirit, all these Spirit heroes on lane. So everyone kind of know how to play better against the Void Spirits. So maybe that's why we haven't seen a lot of success coming from this hero.
Ooh, the snowball into Enryu. They've got him sharded, but he's actually going to try to surround himself. The sprout is there, but it's not enough from his army. And even the little sprout, the whatchamacallit, the sproutlings, the treants, the little baby guys, the Joveri Kanuas, as the name says, all of them go down. And yeah, that's going to be the end of that guy. But okay, yeah, Puck, sorry. Okay. But back to your point, Puck is actually one of the top winning heroes, him and Bat Rider right now.
Yeah, I think Puck is just I think the entire toolkit of Puck just perfectly fits what this meta wants. Like, you have a very variable style of playing too. You can go for the DPS Puck. You can also go for the magical disable Puck. It depends on what your team needs. And Puck is just all his tools is perfect to fight every 60 seconds. You have coil for you to fight. It's a very great tempo controller as well. And just counters most of the spirit heroes, most importantly.
Yeah, it's so good. And to be honest, I feel like I need to be exploring more and just kind of abusing that hero as position 5. I feel like Puck is he just adds so much right now. He's just very, very strong. So that said, Armel here is invised, and he's looking to snipe out Zenki, but Samuel and them are like blood brothers, and they're sticking together. Oh, they spotted him out. He's got Astral Step, and they miss the Remnant, but they do end up killing Zenki. Armel, though, has very little mana. He does have a shield. The Cogs is just going to back him up, but they're going to back up now, and KP is going to just thwart him away, and he should be fine. Bob, on the other hand, is going to go back to the fountain.
Yeah, they had the instinct there to put down the sentry. They feel like someone is scouting over them, but you just do... Void Spirit right now is just doing way too much damage. Especially with the max dissimulate and the resonant pulse.
What do you think about this build? 1-4-3-1.
I've liked this build a lot. It's the build that allows you to skill, especially against the Storm. Oh, Storm.
Yeah, the zip, but that's not really the... Oh, they do have the burst from Mars. He's not tanky enough yet. He doesn't have that utility item, and mind you, he's a little bit behind. But on the other hand, Enryu, though, does get killed as well. He's having a rough go at things in the bottom lane.
Yeah, like, Nature's Warrior is not the hero you want to face up against Lycan. It just doesn't do anything. Lycan can press all the summons and run over you. You can try to TP off, but I think Lycan +1 will always have enough damage to bring him down. And once again, Nature's Warrior is getting punished. I don't know what's the role of the Nature's Warrior this game when I see it was picked. Because once they open the draft with Riki, Clockwork, and Kodo, they are severely lacking in team fight. And then they fourth pick the Nature's Warrior that don't really give any team fight, but some pushing towers. So I think they are looking to trade towers with the Lycan, but it's very vulnerable to the heroes in TNC side though.
Yeah, and I feel like Lycan is still one of those strong pushers that, like, can an NP kind of deal with it? I mean, he's going to have to split like crazy and just not really stick together. So if anything, he's looking for that pick-off and just kind of creating space in that sense. But Tim's, he's going to walk up into Bob. The hook shot does go down and found Febby, which is a nice start. He's not even level 6, so there's going to be no false promise. The snowball for now, and the Kato Blast does some work to simulate, and he actually just gets pushed back. He's been blinded, and Armel goes down, and here comes the arena, but it might be a little too late. But Gabby is in wolf form. He gets pulled back, so he's not able to run away. Bob getting very low with no mana. He goes down. KP, on the other hand, is going to bottle and TP or just taunt him away. Palos is the only one left. He blinks to the high ground, and he should be fine. He triggers the trade, almost sniping out KP, and he does get slowed, but I don't think they're going to actually commit for this. It's a 1 for 4. What a bad trade for Vice.
Oh, definitely. This is the power of the 5-man potential from TNC. And from Vice Esports side, 5-on-5 is never the thing that they want to look for until all their heroes have their items up to be ready for it. Otherwise, it's just Lycan running around killing all your heroes because you have nothing to stop the Lycan. Their draft just have no answers for that. So they have to bring a lot of items to deal with the Lycan. Here comes the zip.
Oh, the snowball. But it looks like he's, that bought enough time for him to just kind of make sure that he wasn't bursted or anything. So he does need to be a little bit careful. But the Tusk play could be, like, game saving in this one.
It definitely can be game saving.
Ooh, Blink Strike, Tricks of the Trade, just zoning out for now. Bob goes in, Ball Lightning doing a lot of work with the Kato Blast with the False Promise. The Snowball for now, but it hits on the Palos, who actually is just going to be kind of hit, 1 or 2 times by KP, but I don't know if he's going to actually outfight this. Enryu gets solo. He's a little too deep. Gabby makes him pay. They got the Astral Step coming forward, and they're going to go for at least the Kato. He's looking for somebody. KP's on the chase as well, but they don't actually have Vision of Palos. He's been invis right now. He's going to kind of just walk back to tower. He should be fine. And another Kato Blast from Zenki into Mars, and that's going to be it, I think, for the rest of this fight.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of build the Fiora is going for. It seems like he has gotten a mecha build, and maybe he wants to go for a tank build. But I don't think you can ever tank up all the damage coming out from TNC though. I feel like going for a late game build where it allows you to create towers would be probably better here. Because okay, bottom side Febby just died to the Riki, but it doesn't really matter because TNC, they are controlling the map more right now, and they are taking over the triangle of the Riki. And Riki is already not a very good ancient killer to start with until you get his.
Ooh, Armel. They found Bob. They got the lift off the Remnant, the Snowball, everything, but he ball lightnings away. He's about 25% life. He actually is going to continue to farm on his way out. He does get the mana burst from Kato there, and he's going to just, the shard is going to be a little off the mark, and he should be fine. All right, Gabby's continuing to farm. He does have a Necro 3 at this stage, 13 minutes, but no brown boots. He's going to go Oblivion Staff into Orchid. Is this the right build?
I think this is the build that can allow you to control the tempo better because you're playing against Storm and also Riki. Storm, he doesn't want to go any defensive build at all because he wants to get to the late game monster as fast as he can. So they have some late game potential against TNC. So that will force them to get out, suboptimal items like U-Scepter or BKB or even the Manta style coming out from Riki, which is definitely not the item that he wants to go for.
Yeah, he's going Battle Fury now. That'll accelerate his farm. He's only about 600 gold away from the Void Stone, so he should have that very, very soon, and that will obviously, it's going to accelerate quite a bit. Bob, on the other hand, is trying to, he just picked up his Kaya. Is Storm, does he need to go Orchid or anything, or is he just going to be able to control this Void Spirit and Oracle on their own?
I think it's going to be really limited on the disable coming out from Wise, but they have no choice. If they go for Orchid, they'll have to force themselves to keep fighting against TNC, which is something that they don't want to do. What they want to do is they want to outskill TNC now, because they know that they have better mid-game and late game.
Okay. I just, with a Riki, I'm worried. Oh, but Gabby into wolf form. He turns in, he gets a silence, and that's the Orchid reveal, and Bob's got nowhere to go, especially when he's been silenced. Yes, you've got the wand, but he just gets sliced and diced by his Necro 3 units, and Ryu's going to look to just TP away, as is Tezenki. They should be fine, but this Gabby is upset. The Sprout will not even save him. He goes down as well. It's a 2-for-0. KP is just fighting the nice false promise, and the heal, and that's a 3-for-0. What a great fight for TNC.
Yeah, they did a very good job in forcing issues, because they don't want this game to get stagnant. Oh, another Orchid on Riki, but there's no follow-up disable. I really like this Orchid build. It's an item that can allow you to force issue, and which makes you not so reliant on only the Lycan form. So you can actually do something without the Lycan form. Very smart pickup by Gaby.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact that he doesn't... I mean, yeah, you've got Wolf form and you don't need the speed, but I'm just wondering if at what point do you get Brown Boots, especially since he's got AC queued up next.
I don't think he ever want to go Brown Boots.
It's a waste of a slot. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's because they're capturing the moment of shapeshift very nicely now. So every time they have the shapeshift, they're making something happen. They're making a team fight happen. So very good job by him doing that. So all he wants to do is to allocate all his goal into something that can turn into advantage for their team.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna be more. You're gonna see more of an effect of it in terms of the farming, in terms of the day, because that guy's gonna be walking so slow. He's fine for now, but okay. Armel, on the other hand, though, is going with this Yule's build. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think Yule is a good setup for them. As you can see, they already have a very decent setup coming out from Tusk and also Mars, but the instant astral step into Yule Scepter is something that you cannot dodge it. So I think that instant setup is going to help you take down heroes like squishy heroes like Caudal, Storm, and Furon very easily. Even the Riki.
True. And I feel like Void Spirit, this is one of those things where, and again, I didn't catch the draft, but I'm assuming that it was picked towards the end, especially since if we were looking at Vice Esports, they don't really have that lockdown to just kind of put him in his place, so to speak, and just control him. So he has opportunities to get out, especially with False Promise and your Snowball as well. So I feel like this is a better draft for the hero itself.
Oh, definitely. It was a last pick, by the way. So you were very accurate on that. Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of smart sometimes. You know.
Not sometimes. You're quite.
Thank you.
Not
sir.
just sometimes.
All right. Nonetheless, Armel's hiding in the trees, looking for a little bit of split push action. And Ryu, on the other hand, does have his mech we talked about, but he's gonna go Orchid next. How's that?
Well, it kind of. I'm not sure about this, because if he goes for Orchid now, he's gonna be like a jack of all trades. He has some DPS, he has some tanky, but it's just a little bit of everything, which I feel like if he wants to go for this tanky pick, he has to commit to that to really make use of it.
Yeah, I agree, and I feel like he's kind of committed with the util. Tims gets shot down by Palos there, and Armel's by himself. He astral steps. He's been silenced, at least for a nice false promise there, keeping him alive. The Cogs is going to actually not catch him. Samuel's stuck in with KP, and he does not really want to be there, especially with the arena potentially going up, but he's getting so low. The tricks of the trade, he does end up going down, so he's a little too deep. Gabby is in wolf form. He's going to go look to just focus on Palos, and he does end up slicing and dicing him, and that's going to be a better love story than Twilight, in the sense that shapeshift and wolf form, and this guy's a beast.
Yeah, that's the power of Lycan. Like Riki can never ever fight without items like Manta Star or BKB, and right now he has only gotten his Battle Fury. What he wants to do is that he wants to be farming all the time and have his team fight against TNC. He doesn't like. It's just about a trade game right now, because 5-on-5 should never be the option that Vice Esports should be considering right now. And they have the factor of the Furon, so they should probably use the Furon more into trading, into forcing TNC to react to them, so that Riki gets more breathing room as well as the Song.
Yeah, not too much. I mean, okay, look at Gabby right now. This guy is starting to get a little bit out of control in terms of his net worth. This is something that, you know, Vice definitely need to fear. Again, Lycan is not as strong as it once was. I think there's been subtle nerfs to him. But if you've got this playstyle in mind and you can kind of finish it, then I think you're in a good spot. Walrus Punch to kind of start this one off here. Paulus is going to go, and he's going to get very low. He gets destroyed there. Bob, on the other hand, is looking to just at least just focus on Tim's, but he gets shot down as well. This arena into this spear, and it looks like they've gone too far in. Samuel is going to get caught out as well. He's so low. KP is end up going to kill him as well. Armel's just looking for Zenki. Enryu's the other two, and it looks like a triple kill of Armel right now, and this was a disaster of a fight as Vice Esports have been completely wiped out. 7K net worth lead. How do they stop this train that TNC has got going?
Yeah, they have to stop giving the fights that TNC are looking for. Like TNC, they're so obviously looking for fights to force issue, and every time they press the face shift, they end up winning the fight. So it means that Vice Esports, they are always reacting to what TNC is doing. I think you just gotta stop. You just gotta start using your heroes, play the map out. You have 3 heroes that are exceptionally good in pushing outside lanes, so you want to use their advantage. What they want to do is really just to split the map up and slow down the game.
Oh, ball lightning, they found Tim's. He was trying to TP away and not able to do that. And Bob, oh, this is like one of those moments from, did you see The Boys?
Yeah.
Did you see The Boys? Remember the first scene with his girlfriend? It was like, it just,
yeah.
A train just coming through.
yeah. That was crucial. Alright, and speaking about that, looking at Lycan's item build, he has already completed Sakura's.
Yeah, no brown boots. No brown boots.
No brown boots, doesn't need one. You know, Alpha Wolf does not need a brown boots.
Yeah, I guess Wolf don't need no boots. I thought it was armor, but I think in this case it's going to be no boots. And Bob is by himself. Oh, they did find him, but Bob has been silenced now. And oh no, the Necro creeps are on him, and Bob, oh gosh, he goes down, and Gabby's going to just eat the rest of this creep wave. But look at this. I don't even know how many creeps there are. There's just so many.
Yeah, don't try to count. It'll scare you. Damn, the Orchid build is really paying off, man. He has gotten so much kill with this Orchid, and it seems like he has been getting Orchid for a while. And Storm plus Riki, they are just still getting caught by this Orchid, and it's like they are not expecting it at all.
Oh, he tried to hookshot to safety, but the Remnant is actually gonna, I think it hit a creep. The Yule's up on clock, he's by himself, he's been cogged in, and he's been speared to his own cogs. The arena's been committed. This might have been overkill, and Samuel goes down, and Zenki's like, I can't help you, brother. I'm just gonna chakra magic myself and just kind of back off.
Yep. Eat your own poison, Clockwork. Alright, with that little kill, they have already controlled the entire top part of the map, so Roshan is just a very easy and natural thing for them. It seems like TNC, they're just going to completely snowball this game over with this Aegis. Can Vice defend this Aegis coming up from them though? I mean, technically, Lycan is like the worst hero to hold an Aegis.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe they have some chance for this, and these Aegis actually don't really mean too much to TNC, unless Westbury is the one holding it.
I feel like it would have been more value on the Void, because, I mean, he has the potential to die, whereas, like, Lycan, it's like, you false promise him, you snowball if you need to, but he can pretty much just run away, right?
I don't think Lycan even have the risk of dying now, because every time when Lycan pop the ship shift, everyone is running from him. Like, no one is ever hitting him at all.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you. I think Westbury have a much better plays using the Aegis. He can make more plays with it.
Ooh, Samuel's gonna walk up blind, no vision. This is why you don't walk up to a high ground blind. You gotta get some wards down and just understand, you know, the state of the game right now, where they're gonna control everything, they're gonna own that triangle. You need to just be very, very safe. If anything, you know what I mean, like you throw in an illusion, something like that, just to kind of scout things out, but you cannot be just walking up blind.
Yeah, you just have to always assume that, alright, this high ground, there should be someone here waiting for me. Just looking at Gabby taking out on the towers now. They're also playing rest very patiently. They're not rushing for the high ground just yet, so just operating the choke action very precisely now. And bottom side, we can see that Vice has already pushed down the whole bottom lane, so this will force TNC to go back to the bottom lane and start pushing this all over again. So this might buy some time for Vice Esports to get to their next items.
And Ryu needs, this is his time. Oh, they've got the Yules, and they found Zenki, who's going to actually tank the Remnants. And it looks like he's going to die for his sins, pretty much. And Bob is going to TP away. But Enryu needs to play the Admiral Bulldog, split pushing, don't even fight anybody. we don't team fight and we just buy time.
Yeah, you have to go for that build. There's just no chance for anything else. And with his build though, I think he has to commit to that kind of split pushing build much more earlier, where you get items like maybe Maelstrom or even the Shard that can gives you the greater chance. That I think that would threaten towers a lot better with what his build is right now.
Yeah. And I mean, we've got Bloodthorn on the Lycan as well. Gabby is just this beast with no brown boots though. But, it is nighttime. Arena, Spear, connecting to the end. Even the snowball on top of that. And Bob, yes, you've got a Bloodstone. And you've got what? Brown boots? I mean, treads, excuse me. But, like, this is not a good game for Bob.
Not at all. It's actually really painful for him that he just got his fresh Bloodstone and he died immediately. And he, like, now the Bloodstone charges just get decreased right into 11 charges. And not only you feel bad dying, you feel bad seeing your Bloodstone charges going down too.
When was Storm picked? Was that their last
It was
pick?
the last pick, yeah.
Second
It was the
lowest,
very last pick, very last pick.
It was the very last one. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. I just feel like I'm kind of trying to think what they were thinking. Like it's just gonna be an outplay into Void Spirit, just kind of, and then assume that, you know, Void Spirit would have to go like the Orchid. They didn't really expect Gabby to get it. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of the thought process behind it.
Yeah, I think mainly because they wanted a late game core or a mid game core that can also do stuff early in. Like Storm is one of the better picks for it. But I do think that the thing is Storm has no partner to play with this game.
Yeah.
Furon is not the one that wants to be running around with the Storm to create kills, because this is not what Furon is supposed to do. Even he gets when he gets Orchid, you never see TNC running alone on the side lanes. It's always the four of the TNC always sticking together, and it's always TNC forcing the issue into Vice Esports. So it doesn't feel like Vice Esports ever getting control in this game.
And another thing is Zenki's Coddle, right? Like I understand that this guy is like one of the most annoying team fighting guys, the heroes out there, and it's a great support. But I feel like it's more of not really fitting into the play style of what Vice want to do, in the sense that you have the Storm and the Clock, you kind of burst in, you get the gank of Riki, just blow people up. And the Coddle's kind of like this slow bursty, sustaining, long team fighting, you know what I mean? Like that style. So it doesn't seem to really kind of work well. It's not synergizing.
Totally agree. I totally agree. You want something that can go in, boom, like blink stun, kill one guy, and make like just let the Riki clean up for you. Yeah. And Riki doesn't want to go in to take all this long ass team fight, and that's just gonna increase the risk of him dying. So I definitely agree with you. I think I would like to see the offlane have something like a Sand King Centaur that's kind of beefy, can defend tower, and also give you the BAM initiation, so that Riki and Storm gets to have an easier game to play.
Right. Oh, Palos. Just gonna barely get away. That was so close. That was super risky, and I mean, he's just trying to clear the creep wave there and protect the T2, but my gosh, that was very close.
I think if Amel Astra stepped in and used the U-Scepter instantly, he would have died. But Amel went in for Astra Step instead, so it buy a little bit of time for Riki to blink out.
Armel doing his best RTZ impression there as he takes the ward down, but Enryu here is just continuing to split push, just being that nuisance, realizing just trying to buy as much time for Vice. I mean, this is the thing, is that you're down 12k, your towers are getting hit right now, but like if you're looking at the top in the mid lane, they need to fix that. So TNC can't really make this high ground push.
You can also tell that Nature's Prophet he's very confused with what item he's going for. Like he has gotten this Orchid plus Mecha for quite a while, and he's saving up 4k gold for now. So he's still probably thinking what is the next item that he wants to go for. He spent the money on a shard, so seems like he's all in onto split pushing now.
I think he's saving up for next game. That's how it works, right?
Alright guys, you know what to buy. I don't think anything can salvage this game anymore. I mean, as much as we can, so that the next game we have some advantage.
Never say never, I would say, especially in SEA. I mean, there's still, like, all they need to do, again, is consistently just split push, right? And Ryu's doing a good job in that regard, because he's trying to buy as much time as possible. They haven't been able to push up because of this. They're constantly fixing the lanes. If you're looking at top, and Ryu has been here almost the entire game. I mean, he's just pushing as much as he can, but he needs to provide space for Palos to get at least one other big item. Oh, the arena, and he actually misses the spear, but they found Samuel, and I think that's a good tank, but Palos actually blinked into this one. He does need to be careful to snowball in, and they're going to just focus on Samuel. He goes down, Palos as well, and it looks like Walrus Punch will end up killing him, and Clock goes down. Samuel's down for another, what, 40 seconds? He does have buyback if they want to go. KP does get the Yules, but Zenki is by himself now, and Gabby is going to just eat him for dinner. And it's a 3-for-0, and that is not the fight they wanted.
Not at all. Wow. I feel like whenever Lycan pops the shape shift, like Wise has no chance at all. Like looking at the Riki, like he needs the BKB desperately now, otherwise he won't be able to sustain the Orchid. And also all the damage coming out from Lycan, especially Necrobook always reveals you. And this is why heroes like Beastmaster, Lycan, anyone that can buy Book 3, Necrobook 3, are great counters to the Riki.
Like, when they found Samuel, I felt like they should have just disengaged. I mean, the arena had already been committed. They've already, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of ults had been gone. Like, there's really no way that you were going to fight, especially with Samuel that low and, you know, being initiated on. You're going to definitely, you know, have a huge disadvantage going into that fight. But Samuel dies again here. I just felt like that was a really bad fight to take. They probably should have played a little bit safer.
Yeah, they have to have this abortion concept in their mind where... Oh, and real though.
The Cuddle Blast did some work, and they got one of the Raxes so far, but I think that's going to be the end of that, and a buyback from Clock. But that's, I mean, when Clock buys back, you're like, oh, okay, I'll just get another kill and just add that to my KDA, right?
That's true. And what is this Clockwork going to do anyway? Other than hooking into me and dying himself? I feel like Wise need to have that one guy that shouts, alright guys, Lycan use ulti back. You just have to be really clear, and you just need to sacrifice someone. You know, Kodo, Clockwork, they are gonna die. There's nothing you can help about that. They are gonna die. If you throw body to help to save them, you are gonna die with them too. But I'm afraid it's a little bit too late for them to escape this.
What was the Lycan picked in the draft?
It was 4th pick from TNC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Lycan was, Riki was the 2nd pick.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and then they banned out Slada, they banned out Bounty Hunter.
Okay. I mean, they were trying to protect it here, but I don't think they expected this to be in this situation where, I mean, Palos, at the end of the day, I kind of feel like he's like the AM in the sense that he wants some time to farm, and then once he get a couple items, then he can go. But here's a Yules into a Remnant. Samuel's just gonna try to cogs himself. So he's been silenced. Samuel will just tank this one. He'll go down as well.
And 70 seconds in the sideline without buyback. Here comes Lycan.
They found Enryu, and he's gonna look to just TP away, but the Abyssal Blade, and he just makes him pay. He's trying to mech and survive, but even not able to just sustain any of this damage here. There's just too much work that Gabby's doing. Look at this guy. This guy is 15-0 and 9.
Yeah, the perfect Lycan game. They 18 pick Lycan, which is like because TNC has the first pick, so the 18 pick is like your last pick, and then we see perfectly here because there were no counters at all in the first 4 picks of Vice Esports. I don't think they ever saw this Lycan pick coming.
Yeah, and if you're like any of these pubs that are like looking in, studying these games, they're gonna be like, oh, Gabby didn't buy boots at 33 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna do that in my pubs as well. So prepare yourself when you queue up for rank tonight. There's gonna be a lot of Lycans with no boots.
I think that's completely fine.
Oh, they've got the Yules. They found KP again. But it looks like they're not going to really take this fight. They're going to take Zenki instead. And Gandalf goes down. He'll turn into Gandalf the Gray, I believe. Is that the one where he comes back? Or is it Gandalf the White? Gray? I don't remember which the colors.
Okay, 20k goal lead.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Enryu. He should be doing this march earlier. And look at the Great Trends. They're doing so much damage to the tier 3.
It's doing a lot of work. I mean, the creep wave isn't there yet. But, I mean, this is a decent amount of damage that he did. He just needs to buy time. But, almost, I mean, the bottom and the top are the only ones that are, like, the lanes probably need to be fixed, but Gabby's like, all right, let's just get this racks, and then we'll focus on the other lanes.
A lot of discipline coming here from TNC. Oh!
After the tricks of the trade, he gets Yules, but the BKB's been committed. Bob just zips in, zips out, and they get the blink strike to the high ground, the arena, but he caught all three with bad positioning. Everybody pays for that, and it looks like Enryu is going to go down as well. Palos is barely alive. He does go down. The snowball is not far enough, at least on the Zenki. They got the Yules up on him, and they're just going to kill him. Oh, Walrus Punch. I've been there, buddy. He gets destroyed there. And they found Bob, who's just trying to go, just trying to buy time. He's going to BKB, just try to fight and take out KP. But KP, he's going to bristle front you in the sense that he's got a shield and he's fine.
He's going to alpha and sit there in Bristol front you like a chat. Wow.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, ball lighting back and forth. I mean, this is, I guess, what you got to do is Storm. This is the only chance you get, but you're kind of working around that TP that cooldown, which isn't great. So your ball lightnings are not very deep, so to speak.
Seems like a pretty clean game from TNC so far. I feel like their moves are just very clinical. They are very good in forcing team fights. They are very good in forcing issues and taking all the fights that they want to take. Like, before this, I was kind of inclined to Vice because from all the matches I've seen, I feel like whoever has the draft, they put them on the clock, we lose the game.
Yeah. Oh, the arena. They found Zenki, and the Whisper's in there, but he's got BKB. He doesn't care. He doesn't need to look at the strobe light there. And Bob is going to just continue to just zip in, zip out, and he's somehow doing a little bit of damage. But now KP does need to be a little careful. The Yules, he's going to keep him up, at least slowed down for now. The Lycan, his shapeshift form, he's been silenced, but he doesn't care because he's a wolf form, and he's going to just go right-click on ya. And he's looking to focus on Samuel. He gets backed up. Palos is somehow still alive. He's so low, and he does get killed finally. And Bob, again, that's another BKB charge, but with 4 down, really not much you can do, and GG's been called.
I think I have never seen such a perfect game from Lycan at all. 16-0 and 14. Not only he initiate most of the team fight, he also take down most of the towers. This is a very high participating rate Lycan, and he made it perfectly. It's a very good pick also. Wow.
I really didn't expect this level of perfection from the Lycan.
Yes, that's exactly. This level of perfection. Like, it's just super clean.
777 for GPM.
Wow.
760 for XPM. The dude didn't have brown boots. I mean, like, the guy, like, this is the perfect game for Gabby. Like, I don't know. Okay. But as Vice Esports, what should have been the pick instead of the Storm in that case?
I think they kind of put themselves into the hole in the draft at the third pick with the Keeper of the Light, because they started with Clockwork plus Riki, and then the third pick a Keeper of the Light. So it's like, all right, Clockwork and Riki, they want to go front, they want to fight, but you have this Keeper of Light that's dragging you back, and then they fourth pick a Nature's Forfeit, which wants to be speed pushing. So it doesn't, like, I feel like the two picks up in the second phase just doesn't complement with what they started the draft with which is the Clockwork and Riki. The aggression is not being followed with the next two picks. And then they try to salvage the entire draft with a last pick Storm, hoping that this Storm could be the answer for them to drag everything to late game, and then pop up as the Storm plus Riki dual late game cores. But a team as experienced as TNC, they are not giving you that chance.
So you're basically just saying that they're the bullies here.
Technically, they look like one.
Okay. But if we're looking at, actually, one thing to note, though, is that we had our run of Aghanim Shards. It looks like it's a 1-1, but that was clearly in favor of TNC Predator.
Yeah. This is the first time the statistic didn't go this way.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, but I mean, I think it's a positive net for sure in terms of that. But in this case, not the case. But Enryu, though, a little confused. I felt like he probably should have gone a little bit more utility just to kind of continue. I don't know if the Orchid was really the right pickup there, especially into the Ags. That just seems like a very interesting build, definitely off meta.
Oh, definitely. I think he has to commit to one kind of style, and when you commit to one thing and then you instantly abandon it and go for something, that's like a big no for you to do.
And what is up with the supports and, like, no support items? Like, Zenki went Ags. Like, are you serious? Like, where's the Force? Where's the Glimmer? Like, maybe you give your cores a chance to survive. Like, I don't know.
I don't think anything would help.
Really.
Like Glimmer Cape is gonna you have the Lego tree to reveal the Glimmer Cape. For stuff wise, Gaby and Amir are so quick to catch up to you. I think Agnimis is the play there because you need the Willow Whips to kind of salvage the lack of team fight in your team. But I don't think any items would salvage the disadvantage that you have in your draft to start the game with.
Okay. I do feel like it was definitely an uphill battle, so I feel that way as well. All right. So that's gonna conclude game 1. Let's hop in when the draft is close to ending next time.
Yeah, sure. I'll stay here in the Discord and then I'll mute myself first.
Sounds
Anything like when you're ready to jump in, just jump in anytime.
Sounds good. All right, I'll see you.